Hey guys, Roast here, back with another New World video. Today I'm talking about patch 1.05, which released this morning, November 4th. I think all the patching is done. I've not logged in to play it yet, but I just wanted to go over the patch notes with you guys real quick, so you can know all the things they do. There were a ton, and I mean a ton of bug fixes this patch. I'm not going to go into exact specifics. I'll link this blog post in the description if you want to see every single one individually, but I'm going to try and hit the big ones just so you guys know them, and I'll leave the detailed things to you if you want to look them, or you can pause the video and check them out because I will scroll through the whole patch notes here. So the first thing is they've tried to combat coin bots, which have been pretty annoying if you've been playing, seeing them pop up constantly. They've banned a bunch of those accounts, and they've added some restrictions to prevent trading and trade post usage if you're under level 10 and if your account isn't at least 3 days old. This isn't the patch notes, but they also just turned off family sharing, which is another way bots were getting around bans. So hopefully, gold bots go way down in the future. I guess we'll have to see, but yeah. They also fixed all, and I say put air quotes because I'm sure we'll find something out soon and it'll get broken again, but they fixed all of the gold duping and item duping things that were added recently and that were figured out. So hopefully that is also not an issue. Those are the more, I guess, general fixes, or the toxic fixes maybe is the better word. They did a lot of combat changes, but again, most of these are more fixes rather than buffs or nerfs, although for the life staff, it definitely comes across as a nerf. That is up here. They made it to where, so one of the life staff abilities is that when your attack hits, it explodes in an AoE. Well, that was bugging out and applying to other things and applying on passives as well. So if you cast an attack and it went through an ally player and hit an enemy, there would be an AoE both at the ally player and at the enemy, which is not how it was intended to function. So it is a bug fix, but it is a bit of a nerf to the life staff. Sorry, life staff. Something cool that everybody can be excited about is that they reduced respec costs for both attributes and for weapon mastery. And what this is really nice is because now if you were a multi-builder, let's say you had one build where you did I don't know, sword and shield and warhammer, and you had another build so that was your tank build, right? And your DPS build was great axe and hatchet. Well, now respecking between those two is going to be much cheaper, and especially this weapon mastery one. That's really nice because that leaves a lot more room for exploration and experimentation, which is really nice. And because they realize people are starting to grind end-game dungeons for content, they reduce the cost of the chisels, which are a thing that you have to buy from your faction vendor, which is really nice. I'm really excited to see these changes. I hope those continue to be as good. The rest of these aren't as huge, except this one right here. And, okay, just kidding. Some of these are actually pretty freaking important. But one of the biggest ones to me is there was a fire staff spamming thing where people would cast an attack with a fire staff, swap to a second fire staff, cast an attack, and you could cycle through those essentially at an infinite speed and have absolutely ridiculous DPS just via basic attacks. So it's fixed now. Can't do it anymore. No more equipping the identical weapon. So no more double swords, no more double fire staffs, no more double life staffs. None of that. It's gone. They fixed the hatchet exploit, which is the really nice one. Bloodlust and Outnumbered for Warhammer and Great Axe are good too, but the biggest one is the hatchet because I just did a war last night and holy crap, the damage people would get out with this bug was absurd. It was wild. They've also got that they fixed Gravity Well and a couple other spells to hit properly, which is nice. They fixed Resilient, which was a bug on PvP sets where the fourth tier, or just below the top tier for your armor in each PvP set, would give crit chance resistance that actually gave all damage resistance. So that being fixed is actually a huge nerf to that set. Now the top tier should be top tier actually. That's all those big ones. They fixed a couple things about Outpost Rush, but as I'm not so experienced with that, I'm not going to talk about those. And they fixed a buttload, and I mean a ton of other bugs. Just so many. The biggest one to me for these is mentioned last, and that is where they fixed an issue preventing gear score to increase past 589 from drop awards, which is the watermark system. Once you got to 590, it basically became impossible to progress, and now they fixed it. At least it occurred sometimes, right? So this is all good stuff. I hope these patch notes were useful. I'll catch you guys in the next video. As always, keep it beefy, boys.